Yes. We got Jalen Brunson destroys LeBron after he trolled the Knicks. Hey, man, let's get to it. I heard
Welcome
about this,
back
but
to
I never got to
NBA
watch it.
Cinema, guys. So, do you remember what LeBron James said to Knicks fans at Fanatics Fest last year in 2025?
So the Knicks fans, y'all good? Y'all going to the finals next year? We're gonna see. We'll see.
Now, that was LeBron having some fun with the Knicks fans. Now, Rich Paul spoke about what would have been LeBron's destination had the Knicks not won the title the very next season, ironically enough, after LeBron said that. They indeed did go to the finals. Jalen Brunson won finals MVP.
You don't play like that.
He did go to the finals. Jalen Brunson.
You're not Kyrie Irving, nigga.
Enough after LeBron said that. They indeed did go to the finals.
But if he did play
Jalen
like
Brunson
that,
won finals
I'll watch some
MVP.
more, though.
The rest is history. Let's listen to what Rich Paul had to say.
I think it's difficult, right? Because the last thing you want to do is mess up something like that, right? The Knicks has a good thing going. You know, that'll be... If the Knicks hadn't have won, there would be no board.
He'd be going to the Knicks.
He'd be going to the Knicks.
Interesting.
But
Super
the fact that they won...
I always thought that...
Man, I can't... Is this nigga really a reliable source? It just seems... I don't know. I don't know. Is he? I don't know. I mean, that's his agent, but it's just the way he... Like, why the hell would LeBron go to the Knicks, though? I mean, we've seen crazier shit. It seems like he's just podcasting. Is that really true? I don't know.
He'd be going to the Knicks.
He'd be going to the Knicks.
Interesting.
But the fact that they won...
I always thought that eliminated them. But the more I think about it, Rich...
Well, it's a player thing, Max.
The Knicks can only afford vet minimums right now. They got rid of Mitchell Robinson because James Dolan, in spite of the fact that it took 53 years for them to win a championship, and the reports are his front office wanted them in the second apron for Mitchell Robinson, refused to go there, and he signs away with the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks have their hands tied by the second apron. They need cheap contracts. The rest of the conference got better. They have gotten a little worse. Knicks are weaker than they were. By the way, do they win that game if Mitchell Robinson doesn't get that offensive rebound, right? They don't have him anymore. They don't have his backup center anymore. They've lost stuff. I think it's a little different than it was.
LeBron's always judged different, though, Max. I understand what you're saying as a fan of the Knicks and as, someone who has been around sports forever. But he's just always judged different. And that's a very fragile thing. And he's been a part of championship teams. And you've never been here's the thing. He's been a part of a championship team with people coming onto the team. When LeBron comes onto your team, I don't care if you just won a championship. I don't care if you've been the best player. It's different, man. His enterprise value and what he just carries is different.
And I respect the fact
Mike Brown knows this.
And I respect the fact that he wouldn't, and you guys wouldn't want to mess that up for the Knicks.
Jalen Brunson would literally have to pick up the phone and say, "Hey man, it's no issue with me. It's no issue with me."
Jalen, balls in your.
And I'm not saying that would make him make his decision.
But at least it would put him on the table.
Yeah, because you got to respect that.
Have the Knicks called?
Yeah.
Knicks checked in?
They checked in.
Did you pitch to a certain player who's in free agency right now who has yet to decide where he wants to go to probably come to New York? I'm just asking. You guys want to know?
You guys are gonna love me for this. I got asked this question recently, and I answered it perfectly, truthfully. My job is to go out there, dribble the ball, put the ball in the hoop.
Yes.
Try and play a little defense. There's people who are above me that make jobs who determine who's on the team and who's not. So I leave the pitching to them.
I piggyback exactly what you just said, Reese. The biggest take that I saw from the Knicks team of last year to this championship team, I think they just diversified their offensive portfolio. It was a lot of Jalen Brunson pick and rolls, a bunch of Jalen Brunson pick and rolls last year, and it allowed the defense to kind of just key in on him. I think when Mike Brown brought in, he brought in like the little pinch post, getting the ball to Karl Anthony Towns at the pinch post area or at the top of the key and let him be in a hub. And yes, at the end of the day, it would still get to Jalen Brunson, but it didn't allow you to just sit on one action. And I think that's what helped him a lot.
Right.
I look at a stat right here.
But then they just gonna give it all to Brunson though, which I mean he did go crazy that last game. He got the Finals MVP, but bro, it wasn't Brunson hero ball. That's not how they won the championship, bro. That's how they won the last game in the finals and probably a couple games in the finals, but that's not how they won the championship.
At the end of the day, it would still get to Jalen Brunson,
I guess got
but
to the finals.
it didn't allow you to just sit on one action. I think that's what helped them a lot. I look at a stat right here. They had the highest playoff point differential of all time, over 14.5 points, which is insane.
And I have a few things to say about this. First and foremost, Jalen Brunson takes that pay cut. He makes it known to the front office he wants his Villanova guys. He wanted Josh Hart. He wanted Mikal Bridges. Those guys didn't just end up there by happenstance. Those guys were part of the Knicks' plans because they saw Jalen Brunson producing, and the talent he wanted around him was the people he was comfortable with. And they went out and they got an OG Anunoby, traded away RJ Barrett, and so they have complementary pieces all around him, and go out and get Karl Anthony Towns because the Julius Randle thing wasn't working. Julius, the Knicks fans appreciate him, but he was fighting for the team with Brunson, where it was clearly Brunson's team. He would dribble the ball up the court and dominate the ball sometimes and really throw the flow off at times. So
see, that's kind of what happened.
Shout out to him. Also, Mike Brown, he's coached LeBron before, and I know this is satisfying for him to win with this group because of the way he was fired in Cleveland, the way he was fired, in Sacramento, despite doing great things with those two franchises respectfully. I'll say this, about LeBron James, and I said this about Kevin Durant too, so this isn't just specific to LeBron. When you have multiple times to go to a team, because I know KD wanted to go to New York after his Phoenix tenure, a little short-lived time in Phoenix. When you're out your prime and you're not the same player and the team's on the up and up, they don't want to circle back to you. And that's what happened with KD. They just didn't have interest in him. LeBron James, they courted him the first time he was leaving Cleveland, okay? He went to Miami. They courted him after leaving Miami. He went back to Cleveland. They courted him after leaving Cleveland that next time. He went to the Lakers. And now, now that he's 42 years of age, Rich Paul is talking about he would have went to the Knicks. Well, at this point, if I'm the New York Knicks, I'm not doing that for a 42-year-old. We wanted you in your 20s. We wanted you a few times in your 30s.
For a vet minimum.
And you never came. So we've built the team out. We've built a championship team. It's not like you're still at the peak of your powers.
That feeling ain't gonna lie.
Bring
Losing
you in
though,
now.
getting all the way there to lose though. I already know Harrison Barnes. All right,
would not benefit the New York Knicks.
Nigga, Kyrie,
out.
That shit was 2024, nigga. That wasn't that long ago.
It's, where people have to change their game somewhat.
But it's a super team. That shit wasn't a super team though. That's my thing. Like we had no chance, bro. Damn near, bro. You bombing all them threes and shit. You got 10 Currys all playing defense, man. Like that shit. These niggas was beatable, bro.
A championship team is not like you're still at the peak of your powers. To bring you in now would not benefit the New York Knicks in the slightest. Where people have to change their game somewhat, and Jalen Brunson, has to share that spotlight with you. I think the Knicks are where they want to be. You just kind of trolled them last year saying, y'all gonna get to the finals and all that. Now, a lot of people, not just LeBron, but those Knicks jokes have really came to a screeching halt over the last month and a half or so. And yeah, man, that's what I would have to say about that. I would not go out and get LeBron James at this point. You had a chance to come going into your prime or at your prime, definitely in your prime, leaving Miami, still at your peak, leaving Cleveland that second time. You going back to LA. Now you want to be a Knick. And he was doing a powder toss and playing to the crowd. Not saying the powder toss, he didn't do it everywhere, but he was really engaging with that New York Knicks crowd, making them think they had a chance when he was in Cleveland. When he was leaving Cleveland that second time. But none of those guys took on New York. I think New York likes the fact that Jalen Brunson
took on the city, represented the way he did, and now that they've won that way, they want to keep this group and just see what they can do, see what they can retool. Now, if a superstar comes after the Brunson era, I know they would welcome that, but right now, the Knicks love their team as is. They don't want all that extra media attention that LeBron will bring to it at this point. And Jalen Brunson answered Rich Paul directly saying, I don't do that, picking up the phone and all that stuff. And we know that's not 100% true because Mikal Bridges, they did all that, move mountains to get him. I'm just not doing that to get LeBron James at this point. And yeah, man, so there it is. And I really want to come on and talk about that. Now, Knicks fans, tell me how you feel.
All right, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. I'm out, bro. No cap.